Hello guys, how are we? Happy Thursday. If it's Thursday, it can only mean one thing. So welcome back guys to another live episode inside the community of the Property Sourcing Success Show. But what I really want to talk to you guys about in tonight's episode of the Property Sourcing Success Show is how you really earn your money when you're running a portfolio building business. And remember, portfolio building, deal packaging, property sourcing, property trading, all different flavors of the same type of ice cream. Okay, so you've most likely heard or seen the claims online a lot on how you can make tens of thousands of pounds overnight as a property sourcer. How you can hit 10k per month working 1 hour a week with a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection and a pina colada for zero time effort and zero skill set. Now, you can see me right now. If you're tuning into the episode, you can see me in the community. I am rolling my eyes. If you're listening back to us on Spotify, I am rolling my eyes as we speak. My teeth are clenched and my blood pressure's ever so slightly raised. And here's the reality. I simply cannot abide the absolute that is sprouted across social media and every free training day from people whose main motive is to sell you the dream, is to have you part with your credit card, is to have you run to the back of the room because the deal of the century on a property course is just about to slip through your fingers. Here's the reality. You do that, then the rose tinted glasses start to slip and you've been sold a pipe dream. And yes, I am very well aware that yes, I am a mentor. Yes, I have a portfolio building, property sourcing coaching program. I'm fully aware of that. And so I am also equally aware that this rant might sound ironic, but allow me to be very clear on this. I don't do things that way. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just going to leave it at that. What I want to do on this episode of the Property Sourcing Success Show, guys, is I want to break down for you some of the questions that I have been asked recently. Some of these questions have come from people inside the community. Some of these questions have come from people that I'm coaching with their sourcing business. But these are coming from people who are out in the trenches of sourcing and they're putting in the reps in order to show you exactly what is required from you in order to earn your sourcing fee. And this is really important. So I've got 3 or 4 very frequently asked questions that I get a lot. And I'm going to give you my take on them so that you know exactly where you need to stand with it when you are operating your sourcing portfolio building business. Question number 1 that I get asked a lot is, Danielle, how in depth do you go for the investor? So let me be very clear. You go deep, like middle of the ocean, middle of the Atlantic style deep. You will want to show up prepared when you present your investor with a potential deal. You will want to have a full number analysis. You will want to have a full comparables analysis. You will want to have a location analysis and report. You will want to have a tenant demographic analysis, a rental analysis, a resale analysis, employer presence analysis, cost of works required with 2 to 3 quotes, the spec that property needs to be in to achieve the maximum return. And all of this takes time. It takes due diligence and it takes effort. It's clearly not a quick route. And can I just side caveat that any portfolio builder out there who is not providing this level of presentation within their deals, then you've a lot to learn, because all the cowboys and all the tire kickers who are doing their 2-day crash courses are coming out with a 1-pager. This is what the deal is. That's not what any astute and any savvy investor who's going to invest in your deal wants to see. They want to see facts. They want to see figures. Most importantly, they want to see that you've taken the time to prepare it. You can never give too much information when you are going deep for an investor. Number 2, Danielle, do I need to visit the property that I am sourcing and securing for my investor? Well, what do you think? Of course you need to visit the property, 100%. This is one of the biggest lies ever told by some property educators out there, that you can source properties onto your investor that you have never viewed or set your foot in. Good Lord, sweet Jesus, take me and save me now. Let me be very clear here. If you are establishing yourself as a professional, as a credible and trustworthy sourcing business, then you will want to conduct yourself in the same manner. How could you possibly strive to source a deal to an investor on a property that you've never set your foot in? This is your job as part of the hands-free, I'm going to remind you of that, the hands-free service that you provide to your investor. It allows you the scope to have the property in full, to see the property in all its glory, to assess the full extent of the works if any are required. It allows you to assess the surrounding areas, the tenants, the neighbours, the less desirable areas close by. So attending the property for a viewing as a sourcer is simply non-negotiable, and anyone who tells you anything different from that is a moron. I hope you get my point loud and clear. Third question that I'm asked quite a lot is, Danielle, do I negotiate on the deal on behalf of my investor? And my response is, you're damn straight you do. It is your job to source the deal, to assess the deal, and to negotiate the deal on behalf of your investor client. And the easiest way to do this is to present the potential opportunity to your investor in advance of making offers. And this is important because this is where so many people do it the other way around, in that they take the property, they put the offer in, they get the offer accepted, go back to the investor, and he or she says, I'm not paying that for that. So you present the potential opportunity to your investor in advance of making any offers. You run through the numbers and you agree on what we call best and worst case offer. It's then your job to secure the deal between those two parameters, the best case and the worst case. And then you have your best case figure. This is what we'd like. This is, in an ideal world, this is what we would love to get it for, your best figure. But this is our walkaway figure, your worst figure. Now, doing it that way, guys, ensures that you are authorized to make offers on behalf of your investors. And you will know that if that offer is accepted, you will know with certainty that your investor will proceed because you've done the pre-analysis and the pre-due diligence in advance. The amount of people I see out there, guys, making wild offers on deals that they have no guarantee their investor will actually take is mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling. So take my advice on this. Do you negotiate on your investor's behalf? Yes. But you agree the parameters with your investor in advance of any offers being put forward. And the fourth and final question that I get asked a lot is, what is expected of me to earn my fee? Well, you will be expected to nurse the deal through the entire conveyancing process. And this is, to a certain extent, if I'm really honest, this is where you really earn your fee. Solicitors are painful. Lord Jesus, we all know that. Mortgage lenders are painful. Lord Jesus, we all know that. The hell that I have experienced with mortgage lenders over the last, I'm going to say 18 months, has been nothing short of, probably the words that I want to use are way too extreme for me to use on a podcast, which is saying something because my swearing's pretty bad. But we know mortgage lenders are painful. And sometimes sellers can be painful. And sometimes agents can be painful. Well, guess what? It's very much your job to take away as much of that pain as is humanly possible. You will literally drag that deal over the line every step of the way. Weekly touch points with your solicitors, asking for updates, chasing the investor for paperwork, chasing the agent for seller requirements, asking for nudges on lending timeframes, spotting the roadblocks before they actually crop up in order to make the completion as seamless as possible. And there's a million other things you'll do in between. During this phase of the deal, you actually become a little bit of a chess piece. You're everywhere. Now, on reflection, does all of that sound like something that an idiot could do with little effort and zero skills and then still earn a fortune? No. So I rest my case. Hopefully this has been useful for you guys. Before I jump off, next Thursday night, we are running the Off-Market Mastery updated version for 2025. It is an online Zoom workshop. We have 100 spots available. We have 42 left, and I haven't put this out to our wider community. So if you want to grab one of the 42 spots that are left, just put workshop below, and I will see you guys there. Until then, have a lovely evening.